Srila Saraswati Thakur, when he inaugurated the flagship temple of the Gaudiya Math, the Bagh Bazar Gaudiya Math, originally there was, they were in a hired house, a place called Number 1 Ultadunga Junction. But then he once said something enigmatically. He said, I would like to get, for building a temple, he said, I would like to get a lakh of pice, which Guru Omar said you can translate as 100,000 pennies. So the devotees were a little perplexed, but he said, I'd like 100,000 pennies, and with that build a flagship math. So then one devoted grihasta, householder devotee named Jagabandhu, he donated 3 lakhs of rupees. And that was more than enough to build a new temple, so everyone was happy. But Srila Saraswati Thakur said, but you didn't, what I asked for, that hasn't been fulfilled. And they were saying, how is that? He said, I wanted a lakh of pennies, 100,000 pennies, because I wanted 100,000 people to get sukriti. So if 100,000 people would each give a penny, then that would make me happy. They're all getting some benefit. But instead, one man gave 3 lakhs of rupees. So at any rate, he's expressing his internal spiritual nature and aspiration, which is to bring everyone in connection with Krishna consciousness. So the day came where they're in procession taking the deities to the new math. And he composed the song. And either this is the refrain or it's part of the song, but Srila Guru Maharaj said it was his motto. And it is Matala Sarujana Bishaya Range Pujala Ragapata Gaurava Bange. This is, and so what it says in the inverse, Pujala Ragapat Gaurava Bange, Ragamarg, the higher aspect of the spiritual reality, that is worshipable to us. As the plane of our aspiration, here, a step removed, like the sannyasis in the varnashram, the Govardhan position, always one step removed, a respectful, bowed position, Gaurava Bange. Some people were misinterpreting that as saying that it meant break Vidhi Marg. That is not what it meant. I asked Srila Gurudev once, and he answered simply. He said, Gaurava Bange, it's a posture. It means like with bowed head, folded palms, respectful. So in puja, that Ragamarg that we speak of, that is the plane of our aspiration, we're serving that from this position. So that means the Nirguna world and the Saguna world, we're attempting to serve there. How? He said, Bishaya Range. And this is the word that can be misunderstood. Not by us, because we don't know any of the words. But in Bengal, Bishaya generally is taken as meaning mundane, and many variations of the word mundane. So it could be misinterpreted that saying, oh, we're relishing mundane activities and saying it's service. That's obviously what he's not saying. What he's saying is, according to Guru Maharaj, we're employing all the energy of the objective world, the things that are apparently mundane, in the service to Ragamarg. Like whether it's the automobile, the airplane, the internet, cameras, these are mundane things. They would generally be considered bishaya, objects of sense gratification. We're taking those and employing those in the service of Krishna, in the service to that higher plane. Sometimes also growers described it as bait. Like, you have bait to catch a fish. They're saying, so why do the devotees accept certain types of accommodation, residence, or apparent opulence in some situations as a bait to attract people to bring them in connection with Krishna consciousness? We recall in Mayapur, which now is like a city, was originally rice fields. And Srila Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj once said, he said, I could stay here in a hut in a rice field. He said, but no one would come and see me. But if we make a nice temple and we have a shuttle bus, and then so many people will come. So that's also Vishayarange. So that's the origin. So sometime later, when Srila Gurudev came to the Math, he realized that, and also Babaji Maharaj wanted to put this like on doorways in different places in the Math. And he thought, some Bengali people, they'll get the wrong idea about what is Vishaya Range. So he said to Guru, I would like to change that to Pul Jalaraga Patagorange, Matala Sarujana Kirtana Range. And Guru said, yes, you can do that. But it was not intended to counsel what was said by Srila Saraswati Thakur, but to prevent in some public display it from being misunderstood by the common people. And it reminds me of when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is converted by Mahaprabhu in Puri, and the famous, what is it? Sadayabhak, Mukti Pade Sadayabhak. That sloka, I forget the first lines. But it ends on Mukti. And so Mahaprabhu sees Sarvabhauma has changed it to become Bhakti. He took the word Mukti out and put in Bhakti, because he'd been converted to such a deep understanding that now he thought of Mukti as something undesirable. But, as we say, Mukunda, sometimes rendered by Chakravarti Thakur as Mu, meaning Mukti, Ku, meaning bad, that Krishna is so beautiful that he makes Mukti, or liberation, look ugly. So there's one concept like that, but there's also Muktir Hitvanyata Rupam Swarupena Vivastiti, that real Mukti is a relationship with Krishna. So, but it's like a divine play. So Sarvabhauma, he changed the word Mukti to be Bhakti to express it. So it's reminiscent of that, but it was to counter any misconception someone might have in time about what was the intended meaning. But that was Saraswati Thakur's meaning, that we're using all of this to serve in service to Raghupat. Even sannyas. Sannyas is the highest aspect of varnashram. Sannyas is not innately transcendental. It's the highest aspect of varnashram in the Saguna plane. And we're taking it, and he took it that Rupa and Sanatan and the Babaji, what they're showing, that's worshipable to us. So one step removed from the highest aspect of varnashram, we're serving them. We're attempting to serve many things. Well, he took varnashram, which is mundane, and came up with Deva Varnashram. Why did he give the appellation Deva? Similar.